It's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Detroit Lions and the Washington football team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Being chased out left. And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Conner. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 25-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Williams will try again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
This will be caught once again by Brown. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A first down for Connor and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Throwing again, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And that's caught inside the 35. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through.
Washington 14, Lions 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Touchdown, Washington! J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So they get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And it's third down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. Third down here. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Lions.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. The 20.
You thought you had to give it.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Andy Janovich taking it in. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Let's go.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC WildCard round on EA Sports. As we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Washington football team taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Detroit Lions set to kick off.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
On first down, Rodgers. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Rodgers now to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And, of course, it's been mentioned all week in the run-up to the game, but guess what? We're going to say it again. Normally, the number 2 seed, they get to sit at home and watch this game because they would have gotten an open week, a bye week, and gotten ready to play in the next one. But now they have to play the number 7 seed, and we know that's a dangerous game. Are they good enough to win it? Should they win it? Of course. But we also understand they're going to need a big performance from their quarterback in order to advance.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. On 1st down, Dobbins. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 37-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. It was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here in the
big
booth?
Bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
Off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And, of course, you wondered who would be that team this year to get the number 2 seed because, remember, as we all know in the past, they'd be home on the couch right now getting ready for the divisional round.
That is an excellent point. Instead now, they're playing for their playoff lives. And they can't worry about the idea that, well, in the past, we wouldn't be playing this weekend. The bottom line is, as the number 2 seed, you do have to play. The good thing, you have the home field advantage. They need to go ahead and play to that level. And you just know that before the season, they were like everybody else thinking, oh, 7 playoff teams, yeah, add an extra one. That sounds great. And then you find out, oh, wait, we're the number 2 seed that has a disadvantage. Not as happy right now. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now a carry for Dobbins. Fights loose. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
6 brings up 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And able to find Graham, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 17 yards now, time at a Washington first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On play action, Brissett. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
Now Rodgers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll run here with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd and short. the gun. Rodgers, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Lions 10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play fake, Brissett. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action with Brissett. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete to Slayton. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start?
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Brissett now. Deep ball for Goodwin. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45. Yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
initiating from the gun. Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They'll look to run with Connor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
This is Jakeem Grant. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll go again with Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Dobbins. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 24. A big pickup of 38. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and game?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
And I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard.
We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now counter. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Luton. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC WildCard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Ties the game at 27.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense ready to head back out there. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
44-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And some room to roam now. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 34. He had his His eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's second down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
To throw again. Rodgers over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Rodgers now on first down. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Oh, that's is one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And bulldozing his way through. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Quick throw complete, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington has taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 7, a little over a minute and a half remaining. This is where your playoff medal is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Catch made by Fulgham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers to throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now he's forced out left. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal. from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Jakeem Grant. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish. And this crowd in a frenzy.
As well they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh yeah, you're feeling real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who travel to see their team. They're not happy, but overall, this crowd is loving what they just saw.
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.